Hi, it is the Human Operating System time. So this is the channel for educations and technology only. So tonight I got a very interesting present. And so what happened is one of our Wing Chun friends from Europe sent me a few videos on someone playing the 1850 Xiulin Tao sets. So this friend asked me, he said, is this person study with you on this set? And then how to verify whether the person's is legit that know the sets and be able to teach. Well, so I take a look at the video. And what I found out is, it is good news that people took my video and study it, okay? Study it. Because I have released these videos, the Xiulin Tao videos in my YouTube, and so somebody take it and study it. And of course they put time on and to study it. So they make videos on it. Well, that's good news because somebody is studying it, right? The issue is, I look into it and there are missing details and there's no content there, okay? Missing details, meaning that between, say, one move and the next move, there's a disconnection. Or it is a slur from one move to the other move. Okay, that's missing details. So anybody who study with me will be able to see that. Okay. The second thing is there's no content in it. There's no content. So what do you mean by content? Content means how is the synchronizations of the using of the body, the breathing, the strength, the qi, the 6 core element, how is that synchronized? Okay. So by looking into that, now anybody who really practice the 1850 Xiulin Tao sets formally, you can see that. Now, so is that difficult today for people to verify whether people, you know, those who practice the set know what they are practicing? Yes, it is easy now. I make it clear and transparent now because I don't want it to be like in the past 60 years where everybody go create their Xiulin Tao sets. And I don't want people to say, this is Hendrik teach me this, this is Hendrik teach me that, okay? So, one of the reasons I wrote the Wing Chun Inception is that the full quit, the full writing of the Xiulin Tao set is here. And then, remember just now I talk about the synchronizations and the qi and so forth? It is here. It is here. There's one chapter on it. So, if you read this, you will know, okay, the quit, and you will know the synchronization, and then you will know the 6 physiological state. The 6 physiological states. Okay? Now, anybody who have studied with me or anybody who study with people who know the sets formally, they be able to tell you how every move related to the quit. Okay, so there is the writing here. So every move related to this writing Those who study formally know. Okay? Disregarded it is from Yikam time in the 1850 via my Sigong, my Sifu, to me and to whoever study with me formally, they know each move related to a quid. Okay? So they know the details, they were not missing details there. Okay? The second thing is asked to see the heart rate profile of the 6 physiological states. And now I even make it one step more, because as in chapter 3, in the chapter 3, I state out the physiological state of the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao sets. Okay? So right now is measurable. Okay, like in the H model, because there's all the states of the Xiu Lim Tao sets, the heart rate profile here, the heart rate zone of different physiological states. Those who practice it should be able to show you their heart rate profile. Well, I make it tough, right? No, I don't make it tough. I make it like engineering. It has to have quality control, okay? And the quality control is not me. I'm not the guy who monopolize all this thing. So the first thing is that if one practice that set, one know what is it, one better be able to explain the move, how it related to the writing of the quid of the 1850s. If one claim that one want to teach other people, one better be able to show the heart rate profile and explain the heart rate profile with the modern science. Okay? So if anybody who want to study seriously on the 1850 Xiu Lim Tao sets, now we have an objective scientific reference. Okay? So 100 years from today, everything will stay, the big directions will remain the same. Not like if I reincarnation back here another 100 years, I can see, what the heck happened here? Okay? No, we want to do it engineering. It's like Newton's law. After how many 100 years, Newton's law is still Newton's law. Okay? So we want to keep it that way. And as for the content, you know, that's why it is in the Wing Chun Inceptions, and it is written there, the chi, the synchronization, and so forth, so you can be able to see clearly the details of what is going on. Okay? So that's why I want to make it as a textbook. One of the reasons is so that everybody have a standard reference. So you know, people cannot. Another way is like this. My kid never studied this. My son never studied Xiu Lim Tao with me. So if I die someday, he cannot say because he's Hendrik's son. So he knows more than other people. Anybody can pull out this thing, the quid, and ask him, do you know this is what your father said it? Okay? If you don't know this, keep your hand off. Okay? So this is the thing. It got nothing to do with my last name, my son, or my relationship with anybody. That's the fair way, right? So here on, it is not about Chinese or Indonesians because I was born in Indonesia. It is a worldwide standardizations based on the 1850s quinquit and based on scientific verifications of what is the development or cultivations of that king kit. So we standard it, make it standard that way, okay? And that's why that's one of the notion I wrote this. And for people who don't study this, but want to know the content and the details, is in the book. So this way we make it an education. We have the technology released to the public, we make it an educations, okay? And so there's no more argument of all kind of stuff like because your seafood's last name is not this last name, so it doesn't get the real thing. The real thing is based on the writing of 1850. Nobody's supposed or nobody should change those things. It remained that way because it's remained that way since it come to me. Okay. Even when I study with my seafood, I have to pass his test. What does this quit mean? Now, as in one of my letter, I show in the public. I always have to write this thing and then see who say, yeah, now you know this. That's how it is. And those who take my class on the Shilin Tao sets, they go through that too. Okay. So it is no longer owned by any race or anything. It is entire world. You know, look at it. We have entire world of Wing Chuners from different nationality, different races. It has to be fair with everybody, right? It is the content. It's like anybody can get a PhD in electrical engineering. Everybody is treated equal. It is the matter of, do you really know that thing? If you have a PhD in the electrical engineering, you have to pass the qualification test before you can teach others. That's how it is. That's why I say I want to make it university-like. And here on, that's what it is. Okay? Like these few days, you see me talk about impulse momentum, how different level angle of impulse momentum, different momentum zone, and then all this stuff is in Wing Chun Inceptions, in Wing Chun, all those books. Okay, all those books I wrote. Okay, all those books I wrote. So this way is fair for everybody, and everybody has to have the development, the understanding, the experience in order to teach. Okay, it is okay if somebody just want to mimic the posture which I put on the video in my YouTube YouTube channel. But that's very different than to say that I know the 1850 Shilin Tao set, or I can teach the 1850 Shilin Tao sets. Okay, it is good that people mimic it, you know, like to learn, but there's very different to with that compare with saying that I know those sets and I be able to teach. You have to pass this too if you want to teach. You better. Okay, if you don't know about the relationship between the move and the quit, the writing of the 1850s, that means you don't know the content, you don't know the details. If you don't have the heart rate profile of that physiological state, as I mentioned here, that means you don't have the Kung Fu developed. So again, I say, it doesn't matter, it's my kids, my son, after I die, okay? If he want to teach, he better show this. If he cannot show this, forget about it. And for us who just want to know, but we don't want to study this, we just want to know the contents and the details, the level details, is in Wing Chun Inception. And then that is how in the Wing Chun Inception we map that thing into today's sports science to make it so that it is a platform that we be able to grow with it. We know what the ancient is talking about. Okay, so this is to share with you. Okay, this is the more fair way, reasonable way, and it is a treat everybody equal way on this subject, because this 1850 Xu Yun Tao sets, I know it's going to spread, so we need a standard. There's no such thing as because it's my son, then he have all the say. Because somebody claimed that he studied with me, then he have all the say. Or this guy's saying one thing, this student saying one thing, that student say another thing. Those who take my Xu Yun Tao class, if you talk to them, disregard they are in Europe, in Asia, or anywhere, they're going to tell you the same thing. If you ask them about creed, they'll be able to tell you that. So this is for you today. I make this video because I have to be responsible for everybody. Okay, I have to responsible for the ancestor so that I don't screw up. And I have to responsible for the next generation. So there is nobody take advantage of my video, study some posts, and then start to post like a grandmaster of this kind of stuff. So right now there is no more grandmaster. That is all by book, like in engineering school. Okay, you want a PhD, you better know the thing. You better have the pass the qualification examinations.